Hey everyone, welcome back to the vlog. I know it's been a few days since my last update, and honestly, I've been incredibly busy at the farm. And that is between daily operations, setting up a new equipment, and tackling unexpected challenges. There's been barely any
Look at
time to
them.
sit down and edit a
So they
vlog.
do have purchase already. Meanwhile, we are also going to see the construction of the third building. I am wearing a scrub suit because we are going to be weighing not all, but a few chickens today. Because in the next few days, we are also gonna do our vaccine, the last vaccine.
Sometimes we just have to divide our time so we can get more done. It's all about balancing responsibilities, and honestly, that's something we're still figuring out as we go. But no matter how hectic things get, I still want to document everything. I just want to bring you along, share the ups and downs, and give you a real look into what farm life is like. So let's dive into what's been happening this past week. This week has been one of the toughest for us. We've had to deal with a lot of unexpected challenges, and one of the hardest parts was facing mortalities almost every day. Losing chickens is never easy. It's frustrating, sometimes heartbreaking, and it forces us to constantly reassess how we're managing things. Running a farm also isn't just about taking care of animals. It's about problem solving, adapting to new situations, and making quick decisions. And one of the biggest projects we've been working on is the installation of the new cages for our layer chickens. We're just trying to be as cost efficient as possible. So we sourced cages from different suppliers to save money on materials. It's a bit of extra work, but in the long run, those small savings add up. The goal is to make sure a chicken house is fully set up and ready for the new batch of layers. Setting up the cages is a process. I'm really glad Paula has some experience with this because it made things go a lot smoother. Each set of cages costs about 1,200 pesos, and every set includes 4 cages. Once all the cages are installed, we'll move on to the plumbing work, which is another crucial step before we can officially use the building. We've also been closely monitoring the chickens' weight. This is a really important part of raising layers because their weight directly affects their egg production. If they're underweight or overweight, it can lead to serious problems. So every few days, we weigh a few of them to make sure that they're on track.
1,065. So we are done weighing the chickens. So far they're still on track. Good thing, just in a few weeks we are going to transfer them to this new housing with cages already so they can start laying eggs.
And even though we've had a lot of construction work happening here, we still have to keep up with our daily farm operations. That means harvesting eggs, weighing them, and delivering them on time. No matter how busy we are, we can't afford to fall behind on that.
Hello.
One of the stressful things that happened this week was dealing with health issues among our existing layers. We noticed that some of our chickens were suffering from egg retention. Basically, eggs were cracking inside their bodies, which can be fatal. It's a serious problem, and after consulting it with a vet, we were advised to give them an emergency vaccination. Since it's our first time raising ready to lay chickens, this was also our first time administering this specific vaccine. We decided to do it at night when it was cooler to minimize stress on the chickens. I was a bit nervous at first, but since we've already had experience giving vaccines to our homegrown layers, I felt a little more confident. It's all part of the learning process.
Ni Jude, abi na kung ang dako, ang kani di ay chicken.
How do you eat chicken? Kiwi baba.
The next day, we had another round of vaccinations. This time was the newest batch of the chickens.
Hey guys, so we are back here. I'm very excited because it's finally the last vaccine for this chickens, and then next 2 weeks we are going to transfer them to the new house. So I'm going to the grower house now.
This last vaccine was a real challenge. These chickens were so active and hard to catch. So, what should have been a quick process ended up taking a lot longer than expected. And then something unexpected happened. While I was holding one of the chickens, it suddenly flapped its wings and scratched my face. It actually left a mark, and for a second, I was worried it might have hit my eye. Thankfully, it didn't, but it was a reminder of how careful we have to be when handling these birds. In about 2 weeks, this new batch will be transferred to our third building, and we're really excited. Every time we add a new batch, it feels like we're taking another step forward. It's always a mix of excitement and nervousness because we want to make sure everything goes smoothly. And aside from the chickens, we're also making a few other improvements on the farm. We've been looking into ways to improve our feeding system to make things more efficient. Right now, feeding takes up a lot of time, so we're considering options that will help us streamline the process. We're also thinking about upgrading our water system since we're dealing with a larger number of chickens now. Making sure that we have a clean and steady water supply is a top priority. It's these little improvements that makes a big difference in the long run. Now, looking back at the past week, I can definitely say it's been one of the most challenging ones we've had in a while. But despite all the stress, exhaustion, and unexpected obstacles, I wouldn't trade this life for anything. Farming teaches you patience. It teaches you resilience. Some days are tough, but at the end of the day, seeing the progress we've made makes it all worth it. And more than anything else, I am grateful. Grateful for the lessons we're learning, for the support we have from people like you, and for the simple moments like watching the sunrise over the farm, hearing the chickens cluck in the morning, and knowing that we're building something meaningful. So that's it for today's update. This week has been full of challenges, but we're pushing through, learning from every experience and moving forward. If you made it this far into the vlog, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate all of you who take the time to watch, comment, and support our farm journey. Thank you so much for being here, and I shall see you again next time, okay? Bye for now.